guys remember that time when there was this guy, I forgot his name, he ran in the Democratic primary, and the party was incredibly rude to him. He was an independent, and he got booed by them. The DNC tried to call him sexist and racist, and they were trying to rig the primary against him and slander him, and colluded with the media to drive narratives that were anti this person. I can't remember who it was. Oh, that's right, it was Bernie Sanders, because this was only a couple of weeks ago. Well, after all this happened, guess what the Democratic Party now has the nerve to do? They're asking for Bernie Sanders' help. Senate Democratic candidates are clamoring for his support in swing states like Ohio and Pennsylvania, where his anti-trade populist message could give Democrats a key political edge come November. Politico surveyed more than a dozen Democratic candidates running in this year's most competitive Senate races. 5 said they would eagerly campaign with Sanders. Catherine Cortez Masto, the state's former attorney general, who is battling to keep the seat in Democratic hands after the retirement of Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid, said Senator Sanders has been a leader in the fight to get dark money out of politics and helped make income inequality part of the national discussion. Okay, so let's put on the brakes for a second. Bernie Sanders is not a leader trying to get dark money out of politics. He's trying to get money out of politics, period. Bernie Sanders wants to get money completely out of politics and move to a public finance campaign system. And you're trying to say, oh, he wants to get dark money out. No, those are two different things. Getting dark money out and getting money out of politics, period, are two very different things. One of them calls for more transparency. One of them completely reforms the system. So don't pretend like you're actually a crusader to get money out of politics if all you're willing to do is opt for more transparency. Why should Bernie campaign for you? You're so obvious. You don't even try to hide it. That may work on other people, but not Bernie Sanders supporters. So the question now is, what was Bernie Sanders' answer when they asked for help? No. So Sanders wants to activate his own post-campaign operation before he wades too far deep for down-ballot candidates. First step is the formal launch of his new political group, Our Revolution, a nonprofit organization that will focus on backing candidates and promoting liberal policies championed by Sanders during his campaign. Sanders plans to boost all sorts of down-ballot candidates, from those vying for a seat on the local school board to congressional hopefuls. Though its website is already live, an official launch for Our Revolution is expected this month. No new endorsements are expected until after the new political operation is up and running, but Sanders is looking for like-minded candidates who have espoused a similarly liberal agenda in their own races, one aide said. So he's only going to support people like Tim Canova, Russ Feingold, Primala, who are actually progressives. Why would he support people who are corporatist establishment Democrats? That's why he ran, because he wanted to give people an option for the presidency that wasn't a corporatist establishment Democrat. So why would he endorse you and campaign for you? And furthermore, here's what I say. Bottom line, if you didn't endorse Bernie Sanders during the primary, you should not be asking for him to campaign for you, because you, by endorsing Hillary Clinton, are saying that you are aligned with the corporatist, corrupt, warmongering Democrat that we don't like. So if you didn't endorse Bernie Sanders but expect him to campaign for you, take a hike. And that's not because I believe in a scorched earth philosophy and that anyone who supported Clinton is the enemy. It's because, one, you can't just use somebody when you need them and then dump them when you want them to go away. And two, if you didn't support him, why should he support you? So you guys can exit the stage to the right if you plan on being a warmongering, corporatist, corrupt Democrat, because we don't want you in the party. Why would you expect Bernie Sanders to campaign for you? Now, I get it. We want to take back Congress so we actually can put forth better policies. But if you're not going to be progressive, then aren't we just getting more Republican lights in Congress? That would undermine everything that Bernie Sanders fought for. What I think should happen is you should go run as a Republican. So if you're not going to be like Bernie Sanders, why would you expect to exploit the passion that he was able to cultivate? Why would you think that, he's going to be able to galvanize support for you that you're not able to do on your own? If people aren't excited to vote for you, that's because your policies suck. And this has been the case with Democrats forever. They continue to put forth corporatist, centrist policies and, pretend to be Republican lights, and that never works for them. They always lose. People who run progressive campaigns do really, really well. There's a reason why Bernie Sanders got support of young people. It's because he was actually able to talk about policies that excited them. So no, Bernie Sanders should not be campaigning for them. If they want support from the Democratic electorate, put forth policies that the Democratic base actually wants. Universal healthcare, getting money out of politics, period, not getting dark money out of politics. That's not going to make it that much better. Be a marginal improvement. But put forth progressive policies and you'll win. It's that simple.